fixed is, then with that I will help you how the project get initiated. For example, you have assigned to a project. You joined with you. So let's say the Infosys or Accenture, they onboarded you, onboarded to their company, and then they assigned you to a specific project. Let's say retail project. And in that case, so they already initialized, they initiated this project. Okay. Let's assume that the project name is Wellmart. Okay. Wellmart Retail Analytics. So what is Wellmart? So before that, let's say you work as a lead data analyst for this retail chain. You have been tasked with building out a new Power BI reporting solution that should enable the exploratory analysis for other stakeholders like finance manager, VP finance, VP sales, and even sales manager, marketing manager. It should enable in the exploratory analysis for these various users within your company. Once the report has been built, you need to publish that reports and distribute it using the Power BI cloud service. The current project, you can tell them the current project, the reports and data sets used by various reporting users were available in their local system, their local laptop, and it was not shareable on cloud. There is what is the impact of this? There is a risk of conflict of interest because every user can see any other user's data. This is not acceptable. There is a conflict of interest. You're not supposed to see my data, and I know I'm not supposed to see it. There is a conflict of interest. It is not the right way of doing it. Okay, I'll just explain you the current customer about for my current project. I'll just give you a quick brief about my current customer. So the current customer is Walmart. They are the large fictitious. Sorry, don't say fictitious. Okay, they are the large global retail chain located in USA or UK, and they have close to 1,600 plus stores spread across the globe. This retail chain, they kicked off an initiative to build an automated, scalable, interactive, robust, integrated analytics environment. The current system was not scalable, maybe, right? Already they have built the reporting environment, but it was not scalable. What do you mean by scalable? Even if more number of users try to access the reports, and if they view the report, it should be faster. Just because the number of users increases, the performance should not go down. That is what scalability. And interactive, the reports should be more interactive. Most of the reports were very static reports. You need to explain this way. And then robust, okay, and integrated analytics. Everything should integrated. Currently, the reports were developed, and the different users or different report developers, currently they keep the report in their local system, but at an org level they wanted to get a unified view. For example, north region itself, multiple stores are there, and each store works autonomously. There is no proper coordination. If they work as an island, there is no proper coordination. Each of them, they use their own naming convention. Okay, and apart from this, they store whatever the data they developed, they will share it through email, and they keep it in their laptop. If something goes wrong, if their laptop cache is gone, and again, entire north region, if you want to see the overall north region sales performance, now all the regions put together, what is the total sales business performance, they are not able to get the data. It was a biggest challenge posed by the organization. The data were available in islands. This is one of the challenges, remember it. So what did they want to bring in all the data and put it in a common centralized data warehouse? Okay, and so once all the data of your organization available in enterprise data warehouse, that's they call it as enterprise data warehouse in a centralized location, all the users can access it, and then they can query the data. And also they can, if you ask any question, can you give me the total sales performance in both north and south region? Yes, we can give it because the data are available centrally, and all the regions put together, what is the sales performance or business performance, yes, you can do it because all the data are available in one place. Okay, so that is what the integrated, unified analytics environment. They wanted to build this one. That is the reason why they gave the project to us. Otherwise, see, they have some pain points. They're posing a lot of challenges. They are not able to generate the report on time. And even if they generate the report, what will happen is a lot of issues are, errors are there, bugs are there, errors are there. It is not accurate. Because of these issues, they are not able to make the right decision at the right time. Making the right decision at the right time is key to the success of the organization. They're not able to make the right decision at the right time because of these issues, and also too many manual efforts or redundant efforts are there. So what happens, since there are no proper coordination, whatever the report, one guy generates the same report is developed by other guy. But when you compare these two reports, so first of all, these two are redundant tasks. Why? If I ask you to create one report, and if I ask another guy to create another report, it makes sense. Both the guys, if they generate the same report, it's a waste of time. Right? We want to cut the time. We want to save the time. Saving the time is nothing but saving the cost. And at the same time, when I compare both the reports, though both the reports show the same data or same status, but there are some kind of inconsistency. As a manager, a VP, right, we are breaking our head. So we are grappling with the inaccuracies. Okay, and other problem is at present the customers they've been using a gamut of technology, and it takes a lot of time and effort for them to deliver insights about the business performance to various stakeholders within the stipulated amount of time. And the manual task leads to data inconsistency, errors in reports, and duplication of efforts. Okay, at present the reports and data sets used by various reporting users available in their local system. You need to tell this one, and it is not shareable on cloud. There is a significant vulnerability to security threats. So to overcome these challenges, pain points, they initiated this project. So as part of this project, what they did as part of the requirements phase, SDLC life cycle, software development life cycle. So waterfall is a very older methodology. Now agile gained a lot of popularity, agile methodology, but again iterative incremental model they will be using. This is the methodology they use, it incremental methodology. It's not a waterfall. It's not like once the requirement phase is over, you freeze it and then proceed with the design phase, high level design, or design phase. Once the design is frozen, next you move to the cut phase, coding and unit testing. Once this has been done, go to the UAT or QA and UAT. But here, what happens? The requirement, it's not initially we are not aware of the complete picture. So what they will start building the reports, and again they will iterate it. Again they'll go back. Hey, they'll get the feedback. Is that correct, or you need to include anything else? Yes, we need to add some other reports. Okay, so it is iterative incremental model. They do it phase by phase. Okay, the single project itself they divide into multiple phases, phase 1 and phase 2. In phase 1, they use the iterative incremental model. Whatever the lessons they learn, the same they use it in phase 2. For example, in phase 1, we spend a lot of time in getting the approval from the appropriate stakeholder. You got all you gathered all the requirements. You need to document it and then share it with your respective stakeholders. They took longer time to approve it. Only when they approve, you can proceed with the subsequent phase. Okay, so what they do is these are the lessons. Apart from the data quality issues, all these issues you posed. So what you did, whatever the lessons you learned as part of phase 1, you implement phase 2. Okay, so in the phase before they start the phase 2, what they do is make sure that they identify all the sponsors are available, right? And then Sparks are nothing but single point of contact for each applications system or something like that. So thereby the sign off time we reduced it. Now the data quality, even data governance team they set it up, and all the right. So, and then what happened? Whatever the lessons we learned phase one and phase two, we are able to follow it. Okay, so the next question is: have you involved in which phases of the software development life cycle that you involved? And you can better tell them you involved in coding and unit testing. Okay, they will give you they will give you the mock design of the report, and also they'll give you the source to target document, and then they have some high level design document. Even the high level design document was not proper, but they mention what logic needs to be mentioned in that document, based on which what we do is we will create the reports, and then we conduct the unit test. Whatever the report developed by you, you are the author for this, and you are supposed to do the unit testing. You need to do both black box and white box testing. You need to check how optimally you have written the logic, everything is good, and that is what is white box testing. You need to go and check. You have, for example, you use a custom function. Did you follow any modularity in it? Have you used the many reusabilities? All the things you need to check it as part of unit testing. Apart from this, you need to check from the functionality point of view. Is this formula correctly working with the different filtering criteria? Okay, you need to check it out. So everything, you need to identify any bugs in your code and you need to fix it. Okay, self-review. And the next one is the QA, the testing team. They will pick up your code. Once you tell them, yes, we are done unit testing, we created so many test cases. These are the test cases we created it. And then the results also we have updated in that test document. And what they do, they'll open and see, and then what the QA from their side, they will use their own data to test your report developed by you, right? They will test it. In case of any defects, they will raise it in the defect logging system. The defect log, once they raise it, you will get notified. You go and check which reports you are the author for it, and whatever the defects or they found it, you need to fix it. Sometimes you can talk to them. This is not a defect. There is some format issue, something like that. Okay, if the problem is whatever the defect they identify, it is not necessarily you have to accept with them. You can also go and tell them, so this is not a defect. Okay, this is some data issue, something like that. Just give me a second. Somebody's. Okay, and these are the phases. You can tell them you involved in cut phase, and once we are done with the coding and unit testing, we will inform our manager will inform it to the testing team. The testing team, what they do is they will push our code to their respective folder. They will ask you, what is the release management plan or deployment? Have you involved in any deployment? You can tell them, unfortunately, I did not get an opportunity to work on the deployment. But we have dev folder. The whatever the script, whatever the report that we do, that will be available here, including the dataset. And then we have QA folder that is for creative. We don't have access to that. Once we complete all the unit testing, everything, we will communicate to them. They will freeze our code, and then they will migrate our code to their environment in their folder. They will do the testing. Everything in case of any defects in our code from the functionality point of view, they will raise it. The defect tracking, we will go and close it. After addressing those issues, we'll close it. Next one is the UAT, user acceptance testing. The end users will test our report. If they find anything problem, right, so they will get back to us. And in case they need anything additional, they will inform it us that point in time. So in that kind of, we raise a change request. If any additional requirement during the UAT testing, they found they need additional thing, that is called change request. And finally, once we complete everything and the UAT test is successful, then it will be pushed to the production system. Once the code is productive, a report get pushed to production. Later in point in time, if we need to make any change of the production report, we need to bring that report back to our dev folder. But the deployment is done by release management team. They are the one responsible for this. But however, during the my code migration, this is also called as a code migration. We offer support from the offshore. In case they face any issues, we'll offer them the support. Okay. So far, we did not face any issues, any major issues. The release management team, they takes care of everything. They're all experienced people. They'll take care of the deployment activities. From offshore, we support them. That's all. Okay, these are the reporting and dashboard requirements. So we had our business analyst, you need to tell the business analyst at on-site from our company, right? So they conducted various workshops with different stakeholders, including CEO and all the top guys, and also marketing and sales managers and finance manager, inventory manager, and then they captured the requirement. So, like the CEO and VP says, they are very particular about these reports: fiscal year, quarter, month, region wise, top 10 customers by category and state, and yeah, and this one, the profit margin, they want to see, and then year on year percentage change in total profit. Likewise, you can tell, okay. So year over year sales comparison, year over year percentage change in total profit. Likewise, you can tell them. So they'll ask you in the interview, what are the KPIs that you have created it. That we'll see it later. So these are kind of a KPI, right? So year over year, and quarter to fiscal year, quarter month sales, right? All these things, and then countries contribute to the most to our profits and sales. These are the reporting requirements from the senior level, top level, upper management, and then the middle management. They need which weekday did the majority customer purchase, who are my valuable customers in terms of product. Okay, these are the reporting and dashboard requirements. And finance manager, they are very particular with the profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow. You need to remember all the things, okay? An inventory manager, they wants to view the below KPIs and reports: fiscal year to date waste, year to date production, average production lead time, fiscal year to date production hours. Okay, and the next one is pricing manager. He wants to see the unit price band, band total sales. Should be able to do scenario analysis. Okay, and next one is the non-functional requirements, the security, right? Security and other requirements. These are called your non-functional requirements. These are functional. So far, we discussed functional requirements. These are called non-functional requirements. Here, it takes care of the performance issues and also any security related. User access is currently controlled via static orness. It should be made it as a dynamic row level security. Each manager is responsible for, they've given. So which manager should have, should be given what role to access the data. And sales data also contains column for shipping date, discount rate, and marketing should be able to view the respective individual sales performance, implement dynamic row level security. So these are the things, okay? Create a mobile phone for the above, mobile phone view, okay? So that's all. These are the functional requirements, non-functional requirements. They capture the functional requirements across various department or line of business, and also the non-functional requirements. So they documented it. So once I got inducted into a project, I got an opportunity to go through the requirements at an eye level. The detail level, what I did, there are some documents were available. An Excel document. The Excel document we started going through. We have something called source to target document. Source to target document Excel sheet. So, for example, you want to compute the profit margin. So, profit margin. How do you count? There is some formula for this. For in order to apply this formula, what are the columns that are required? Okay, so gross sales, something like that, right? So gross sales, where you can, there is a separate column for this, where the source data comes for the sales, right? So quantity into price, these are the source for the gross sales. You just think that way, okay? And quantity, where it comes from the source system, OLTP. The quantity, price, everything comes source system, and from source to target, right? So they will mention everything. So for this column, from which table in the source system, OLTP system, the data column is we took it, and this column, price column, we took it from which table from the source system, and then how did we arrive the gross sales? How did we arrive the cost of goods sold? How did you formulas? They will check it. So the source to target, it gives you the end-to-end picture from the OLTP to till you are reporting. Okay, so what are the formulas that you use? For those formulas, what are the columns that you use? Those columns comes from which table, which source system, everything will be documented here. Okay, and these are the data sets that are available. I will share you the link. I think I need to recheck. I will check and I will share these data set. And what you do is you just go ahead and create the dashboard and create the reports for these things. Okay. The interview, they'll ask you questions like, can you tell me a couple of KPIs that you created it? So what are the KPIs that you say? For example, we have something called executive dashboard, executive management dashboard. So what kind of metrics that you use it here? So here we have used something like profit margin, and then the average order quantity, and then like year on year percentage change in total profit. Again, quarter on quarter, okay, total profit, and then top 5 products by sales, by profit, by quantity. Top 5 products by sales, quantity, and profit. And then they want to see something like how these profit, quantity, and total revenues are distributed geographically. They want to see the distribution also. So which geography contributed towards the to more profit and more sales and all those things, right? They want to see. Okay, you can tell them, with this, so with this, the executive dashboard, they could explore the company-wide data for decision making. For that purpose, we have developed the executive dashboard, and in this executive dashboard, it allows the uh, management to view their business from different aspects based on their attributes like products, year, country, order type, and so on. Okay. And in this dashboard, we have used the line charts, donut charts, custom visual for analysis, and also we kept the slicers or the filters to tell stories about the business elements like profit, quantity, revenue across the region, right? So with these metrics and the reports, the management can gain insight into all these important metrics. Okay, and each department manager, they have their own, they want us to create a department specific dashboards also, like inventory manager, right? They want to do, so you can, the metrics or the KPIs vary from one department to another department. There will be some kind of overlap, but in general, right, they'll be different. Okay. See, the marketing guy and sales manager, they are very particular about these things. Display the running total sales last 30 days. How much did we sell during the week and on weekends? Who are my most valuable customers in terms of product? Okay. And customer loyalty program, something like, they will check it out. Okay. Customer lifetime value, they will predict everything. Which weekday did the majority of customers purchase? So that they will decide, they come up with some kind of pricing strategy to woo the customers to buy more. Okay, if you talk this much, this is enough. Okay, I've explained you the project at a high level, and also some extent the detail level also explained you. And the detail level is something like, these are the rules to pre-process the data. What is the business logic used? So we have something called the customers file. The state and country column values were stored in a single column. We need to separate these two things. Apart from this, we need to compute, create new column, the gross margin percent, discount, net margin. Look here, I've given the formula here. Compute gross margin, total revenue minus cost of goods sold. To implement this, use the below columns from this data set. So gross margin is minus this one will give gross margin. This is the one will give you the percentage in gross margin percentage. And discount, how did we give the discount? Okay, what is the business rule? This is a business rule we follow. If the order code is more than 5, and again specific category, specific subcategory, we will offer the discount. It's not about it's not a generic thing. Order quantity is greater than 5, and if the subcategory is something like, or the category is appliances, and the subcategory within that appliance category, only specific subcategories, they are eligible for 0.08 percentage of discount, and that too, those customers, they buy more than 5 in this subcategory of this category, they are eligible for this one. This is the discount. Okay, you can also add additional thing because this data set have everything in it. And the net margin, how will you find out? Cost of goods sold plus discount, and also what you need to bring. So for your fact table, you need to bring in the product name from your product table. You can use either lookup value function or you can use related function. So this is how you can arrive the net margin. All the formulas were given, and cost of goods sold here order according to standard cost that we have used it, and cross margin, all the formulas were given here. Okay, you just go through on it and then create the reports, and they will ask you questions like how many reports that you created. Of all the reports, let's say if you say I have created close to 10 reports, how many of them were very complex? Let's say you have created 12 reports. How many of them were very complex one? Very complex and complex and medium complex, low complex reports. You can say that, 2 reports were very high complex. Rest of them were, kind of, the complex one was 2, and medium complex was 6. Okay, 10, and then low was 2. Okay, you can tell that way, or you can say 4 and 4, 4, 4. So 12 reports in the current project. Previously, I created 10 reports in the other projects, but in this project, we created 12 reports. Apart from this, the ETL jobs we created, loading the data from source to target, and source to target. The target is my staging area. That's all. Okay, you need to tell this way so that they will think, definitely your profile is very genuine. Okay, and then the next question is, okay, you are saying very complex, and why do you say very complex or complex? What made you to think very complex or complex? Is that complex for you, or is that complex by its nature? By its nature, because the business logic were very complex, and in each report, see these 2 reports, right? In each report, we have close to 8 to 10 pages were there. So in one report, 8 pages, and again other 8 pages. Can you tell me what are the pages? What are the pages that you remember it? So we have something called summary, executive summary page. In a single, like for example, in one report, we have executive summary, and then next one is like we have something like the top 5 products by sales, by profit and quantity, and we have another one is country by sales performance. Okay, and then we have other one is like subcategory wise the detailed records. Okay, so that what, so we create the detailed page. In the executive summary page, we have enabled the drill through. So when they when they click on the drill through, the view which for the visual which we enable drill through, when they right click on it, it will take them directly here so that they can get the detailed view about each summary each summary report. Okay, and then they will get into the technical part. So they will understand, okay, very good. And she was able to tell all the metrics and KPIs. At least you remember minimum 7 KPIs with formulas. Everything is available here. If you remember, this is enough to crack the interview. 7 KPIs, if you tell them, fat, and if you answer it everything well, then obviously they will give the salary on par with the industry standard. They will think that you are an asset. Okay, this is what this one, and mobile dashboard, everything is all very simple one. It's all available there. And when it comes to the dashboard design, okay, and dashboard. So what is a dashboard? What is the difference between report and dashboard? Already we discussed. What is the difference between these two? Can someone tell me? A single report can have multiple pages in it, whereas a dashboard is a single page. Dashboard is a single page. It captures all the important KPIs and the important visuals. Okay, so this one will give you the gist of entire organization's sales problem. For example, because of executive dashboard, we have used the metrics like profit margin, average order quantity, year-on-year percentage change in total profit, and top 5 products by total profit, total quantity, and total revenue. They'll be happy. Okay, good. All the important metrics and reports only we displayed in dashboard. If they want to take a deep dive, they can go and look at the respective report and then they can view it. So for the dashboard, when it comes to dashboard, so how did you go about creating dashboard? For the dashboard, in our case, we have used the visuals from more than one report. Report 1, report 2, and report 3. For a single dashboard, we took the input from the the 2 to 3 reports. So what are those reports? Finance report. You have something called finance report. The cash on hand, expense. These are also the metrics. And because the executive management wants to see across the department, they want to have the metrics displayed, the important metrics displayed here. Okay, and then the inventory also, fiscal year to date waste, fiscal year to date production hours, they want to see it. So this report carries inventory related metrics, and this one carries finance related thing. The other one was related to the marketing, right? So which salesperson are they doing good, right? So which salesperson or which sales which district are we really performing well, right? What is sales versus target, actual versus target, and region wise they want to see that. Okay, in that case we use GOT chart. Okay, GOT chart and line charts to see the trend. Are we going in the right direction, or is that, can we see any upward trend or any downward trend? Okay, so you can tell them in the dashboard, what kind of visuals that you used it, and what type of visuals, and what are the metrics that you used it. So more than one report. So these 3 reports are available as, let's say, workspace called dev_sandbox. This is the workspace. Workspace is nothing but the folder. In this folder, we have 3 reports are there. In each report, we take at least two on an average two visuals, and then we copy paste the dashboard. Once you copy paste the visuals from report 1, report 2, report 3 into your dashboard, those are called as tiles. The visuals are nothing but tiles in the case of dashboard. Supposing I have another scenario, I have Dev Sandbox and I have another one is Dev Sandbox 2. Here I have the report 3 is available instead of available in workspace, Dev Sandbox, it is available. So can I pick up the visual from report 1, report 2, and report 3 also to my dashboard? It is not possible. You cannot do it. For a dashboard, if you want to pick up the visuals or copy paste the visuals from existing reports, all the existing reports should be available in the same workspace. It should not scattered across the workspace. These are the things, if you remember it, that is more than sufficient. The next one is we have something called subscription option available. With that, in Cloud Series, we can schedule the report also. We can schedule not only the data refresh, but also we can schedule the report. For example, I've designed a report. This report should get refreshed in so and so time. So after that, I want this report to be sent automatically to specific email IDs. That is possible with subscription. I just go here and we will go to the Power BI Cloud service. And this is one HR analytics dashboard. We have published it. And here we have multiple pages are there. Okay. And if you hold the control key and click on it, it will take you directly there, or you can click on it here. It will take you to the next page. So this is the one will give you the employee hiring trends and active employees by department. Let's say you are a HR manager, you want to see the hiring trends. across the years. Okay, and you can have the slicer for the year also. You want to see only a specific years, right? So 2 years, recent 2 years or recent 3 years, you can go and select those many number of years. This one will get refreshed automatically. Okay, this is the one is your report, and if you in a single report itself, we can see different pages are the demographics, performance tracker, attrition, employee details. Likewise, many pages are there. How many pages, including the overview? 6 pages. And if you click on the overview, it will give you the buttons, everything, and hit count. Okay, and I will share you the data for this one also. This is another project. You can let me see how well you are designing this report, and then you come up with this. Okay, we create various pages, and let me see that one also. And the next one is look here. We have something called subscribe, add new subscription, and here what you do is this report. I want to send it to this guy. Okay, and then here I just say support at deep neuron dot in something like that. Okay, and these are the email IDs, and we can't use invalid duplicate emails. Okay, I'll just remove this. Okay, this is what that one, and the daily basis. Okay, for example, the VP sales and VP marketing and CEO, if you want to send this report on a daily basis automatically, you can select the frequency. So daily means daily, hourly means every 1 hour you send this report to management, or weekly, monthly. These are the options are available. And then schedule time. You can specify whatever the time you want it, and then more options are available. And you can specify the subject, the covering letter, something like that. Okay, and then report page, which page you want to send it. I want to send only the overview page. Okay, start date and end date every day, starting from 3rd March to whatever the date that you till the end of this month. Okay, permits drive the report in Power BI, link to report, and all the thing, preview image, everything. And now what you do is you just enable the run now. Okay, on. That means the subscription you enabled it, and then once you save it, what will happen is every day 10:15 p.m. or so, whatever the time that you specified there, this report will get triggered automatically. It will send an email. This report will be sent to the respective people's email ID. Whatever the email ID that used it there, for them, this report will be sent automatically. Okay, so this is the one, but the when it comes to the dashboard, so this is not a dashboard, it's a report. So what I will do is I just go to the workspace. Here I don't have much reports. Okay, I have two things are there, and I will click on new and then dashboard. Dashboard name. You can give something like executive dashboard. Create it. How can I log into Power BI service? You need to have, did you not signed up with this one? If you're not yet signed up, you can go and sign up here. Okay, go to Google and right, so type, or you can directly go here, app.powerbi.com. Go here and you can sign up, but this requires official email. You cannot use Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and all. I guess you have the official email ID. You can create it, and once you are done with this, you're all set. You'll be able to get in here. Okay, and here the dashboard. Okay, and edit here. Add a tile. Look here. Edit. Add a tile. Web content, image, video, real-time data is also available. And I just say text box or image. Select source. Or else, what I will do is I'll just go here and here. Yeah, executive dashboard, I created it. So what we can do is we open this report. And this is the one. Right click on it, and then I think some problem here. Upgrade. It should the pin button. So yeah, this is the pin. Yeah, it is. There is nothing wrong here. Let's see. Currently I opened this report, and in this report I have only one visual. In real times, you have multiple visuals, right? Okay. What I will do is I'll take that thing. Where is that? Previously I saw the dashboard, HR dashboard. I don't know where I saw the HR dashboard. Dev Sandbox. Dev Sandbox Retail. I saw it. It seems no. Okay, for example, this is my grocery sales. This is my report. In this report, I have only one visual. On top of each visual, you will find something called pin visual. This is not available in your Power BI desktop. This is specific to Power BI Cloud Service. You click on this pin, and then when you click on it, pin to dashboard, existing dashboard or new dashboard. Already I have created a dashboard. You click on it here, execute a dashboard. You copy this one to this existing dashboard, pin it. Okay, you want to create a mobile layout or go to dashboard, go to dashboard. So look here, there itself, you can do it. Okay, and next one is again, you can go here, the workspaces, and here you will find, for example, you have another report is available. These two visual also, I want to pin it to that existing dashboard, you can do it. Now we have, and you can just, at the corner of this visual in where, these are called tiles. Okay. And I will pin this one also to my existing dashboard. Or if you select the new dashboard, you can specify the new dashboard name and you can pin it. So that one will become part of your new dashboard. Okay. This is my look at the same two different reports. I just copied, in the sense that I just pinned the visuals from two different reports into this dashboard. And if you want to resize it, just go to the, keep the cursor at the corner and you can resize it like this. But in the dashboard, you remember you cannot use a slicer. Slicer visual will not work here. You cannot use a slicer, but you can publish the entire report itself. Let's say that in the report, I have a slicer. If I publish the entire report itself as a dashboard or a tile, I know entire report itself as a tile, then the slicer will work there. But if you pin the visuals from various reports, right, you cannot use slicer, and also you cannot include slicer as a separate visual as part of this. You cannot do it. That is one limitation with this one. Now you can save a copy. You can say execute. You can copy of this one. You can keep it. And if you want to refresh it, you can refresh these visuals. This is very simple one. And for example, like I said, I just go to workspaces and Dev Sales Sandbox, and I just go here. And here I have, I don't see anything good report. Okay, we have something called enterprise dashboard. This is different from that one. Yeah, so in this case, what happened? I have published this report, entire report itself as this one. Okay, this is my finance dashboard. This is kind of an image, okay, and here. Okay, we will forget about this and let me just go here and see. Likewise, you can open various reports, but I want to show you this one. What is that from different workspace? Yes, I just take a demo feedback or something like that. Yeah, nothing is there. Okay. Yeah, drill dynamic row level security. Yeah, in this one I have some report. But here in this case, yeah, we have visuals. If I keep the cursor over here on each visual, you can see the pin here. Let's say I want to, this one, I want to pin this to my existing dashboard. Look here, it is not showing that dashboard. Which dashboard? The executive dashboard, which I create in other workspace. So with this, we can conclude that from different workspace, if you have reports, and you cannot take that reports visual and pin it in your current workspace's dashboard. That is not possible. Look here, it is not listing out the existing one. Okay, it is not possible. But here you can create a new dashboard. So for example, if you want to create a new dashboards name something like executive dashboard new. You can pin this visual, but whatever the reports that you have it as part of the dev to sandbox workspace, only you can pin it to this dashboard. Make sure that what are the visuals that you want to use it in your dashboard, all the reports in that should be available in the same workspace. Otherwise, it will not work. It will not be displaying it. You can across the workspace, you cannot across the workspace reports, you cannot take the visuals and pin it here. Once you create the dashboard, nothing is great. Okay, you can subscribe it like I have shown you, right? To add new subscription, you can save it and schedule it. That's all. So if you know this much, this is enough. And the next is asking now. Okay, and next one is the design part. How do I design the reports? Okay, that one probably will take it up in the next because that requires more time. Next, what we will do is in today's, we have some more time. I'll just quickly jump into SSIS. Okay. And how do we, and the stored function is pending. I will just show you that will not take much time. SSIS, how to work with SSIS. What is SSIS? SSIS stands for SQL Server Integration Service. How do I install that? You can do Googling to find out that. Anyhow, I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty simple thing. So what you need to do is you need to go to this I don't okay not Visual, sorry, the Visual Studio. You need to download the Visual Studio. So Visual Studio, there is a place, you can you have something called my.visualstudio.com. Okay, and if you go there, you will find the software there. And okay, let me do one thing. My dot, I think my dot Visual Studio, yeah, my.visualstudio.com. And then if you go here, and you have something called the folder downloads. I don't remember that. That is where you will find all the things. Okay, all the softwares there. And anyhow, we can see it. We will see here. Okay, look here. It is asking me the username and password. Sorry, what this is going to Azure. No, I want to use my.visualstudio.com. Here, folder downloads. You need a few more details. Okay, support deep neural network. Continue. No, this path is not there. Okay, let me just simply go here and then